doing? What's up, buddy?
So I'm here on the red carpet for the Writers Guild Awards 2011. A lot of fun people, as you'll see. We got to talk to quite a few of them.
That's an awesome scarf, by the way.
Thanks. We're actually in an insurance building, of all places, in a huge lobby of an insurance building, which is perfect for comedy. Where else could you be but an insurance building?
Matters, damn it.
Comedy matters, that's it. So we got we got to make plans to get together.
Best dressed in the business right here. You know, I've done 50 interviews tonight. Jeffrey's the best dressed interviewer of the night.
In the business.
You're best looking, he's best dressed. It's just the way I see it. It's the way I
Thank
see
you.
it.
You can't argue with Judah, he's the world champion. If he says it, that's the way it is.
World champions don't lie.
You recently lost your grandma. I'm so sorry about that. She was an incredible woman. I'm assuming that you know the Georgie Jessel story?
No, I don't know the jury. No, okay. No, please, lay it on
Milton
me.
Berle once told me this great story that Georgie Jessel took your grandmother out to dinner one night to a restaurant. It could have been 21. It was a very famous restaurant where he always had a standing reservation. He never had to call. And he walked in with your grandmother, and that night they said to him, "I'm sorry, Mr. Jessel, we don't have a table for you." And he said, I have it. He said, "Who made your reservation?" And he said, "Abraham Lincoln. Now give me that fucking table."
So awesome. I love hearing stuff like that. There's a had like champions that, and it makes my heart sing. And now Georgie Jessel is on the list for me.
Is it fun working on Gossip Girl?
Sure it is. Yeah. It's a nice cast. It's a nice family of people.
Do you have any idea why they always film on 54th Street and 2nd Avenue? And every day there are trucks from Gossip Girl. Do you have any idea what the location is?
Somebody told them that it was the Upper East Side, and they believed it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. And well, we shoot a lot at the steps of, we shoot a lot of banks, a lot of these old buildings that have been turned into, and they become our gala, you know, events. And they're all over the city. They're in Brooklyn, they're downtown, and you know, like Center Street. They're around the city. These old places that were built maybe 200 years ago. And then we shoot a lot around the steps of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. We shoot at the Parker Meridian, you know, and apparently we shoot a lot at 54th and 2nd, but I've never shot there, so I don't know why we shoot there. Yeah.
Are you presenting tonight, or are you just here as a supporter?
I guess I'm presenting, yeah. I have to look at the cards and say something. So I'm going to add a little something, you know, for the Friars Club.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
somebody
say,
write
who wrote
your
that?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I'm just reading.
Yeah. I only write funny stuff, so if it's not funny, don't blame me.
So
You've had that mustache for a long time.
I've had it a long time. Yeah. It's just like if I ever shaved it off, there'd be a white scar, I think.
And how did you get the gig on Boardwalk Empire? Like, how did that come about?
I had made a tape several years ago when I was bored. I had spent time researching the era of a classic gangster, and I made a tape. Well, I sent the tape in, then I had an audition, then there was another one about 2 months later, then there was another one several months later, and then there was another one several months later, and then I got the call for the job around Christmas of 2008. Which was, for me, the greatest Christmas.
And did you tell them right away you were going to take it, or did you hold out?
I played hard to get.
Right?
I said, what is this?
Sure, right?
Who is Scorsese? Oh, Scorsese.
Yeah,
Right. I'm going to look at his bio.
Over and get back to you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I stopped drinking in 1984.
Good girl. Good girl. That's why your hair is so great.
That's right.
You have fabulous hair.
Thank you, so do you.
An amazing look.
Thank you.
That's so cool. Well, it's every writer's dream to create a show. How did that come about for you?
I did not create it alone. My partners in crime aren't here tonight, but it began with a script by a guy named Evan Dunsky who had written something really dark, and Edie was interested in playing an emergency room nurse, and because my partner in the show, Linda Wallum, between the two of us, you know, we had a lot of history with addiction and a lot of history with, you know, it had a pretty good foothold on being women in their 40s, and that's kind of what this character was going to be. And you know, it was a gift.
Wait, are you presenting tonight? Or are you here?
I'm presenting. I was just one of the writers, although last year I presented, and just helped actually write the show.
Oh, you helped write tonight's show. Oh, fantastic.
Like, this is the weird thing. Like the actors we hire, we give them like a number of options for like little comedy bits before they hand out the award. So we write those, and as well as Kristen Shaw's opening monologue.
How exciting! Yeah.
I'm just part of a team. Part of a team. I'm not the whole thing.
Well, I'll know your jokes because those are the ones that'll be funny, right?
It's nice to be here, though. Yeah. At this, I always like performing in a insurance building. This is the AXA Equitable Center.
The home of comedy. You think comedy right away, you think Equitable Insurance.
I know. I think they're handing out an award tonight for Best Adapted Term Life Insurance
Policy.
I don't know what it is. Policy, something like that.
Combined with a disability, right? It's an amazing concept.
Yeah, so that's it. So we're here at the insurance company doing some comedy.
Excellent. Well, it's great to see you as always.
Likewise.
I look forward to seeing you later. I think. What a great makeup job. This looks so real.
Oh, thank you.
It's incredible.
I know, I'm faking
it's
it.
Unbelievable.
I'm just trying to get attention.
Now, is it your first baby?
Second.
Second? Oh,
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's so
you.
wonderful. What
Thank
a great
you.
gift that is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I wish you all the happiness in the world.
Thank you.
That and a hit show, right? How much better can it get?
Not
right?
bad. It's a good time. Good time.
Yeah,
I mean, I was just thinking how grateful I am to have a job, at this, that I can come back to when all is said and done. Because I think it's, for any actor, it's hard to take so much time off and then you worry that you're not going to find that great thing again, and all these things pass through your mind when you're.
Isn't that interesting how we worry about stuff like that? That it just like they're not going to remember me 9 months later.
No, well, we worry about it, but it's the flip side to it is that we have this kind of freedom and an open life, that it's scary sometimes when it's been too long, when too much downtime, but at the same time I'm so grateful that it's always trying to find a balance, but when I'm home I'm really able to be home with my kids and my family. And
to create that balance. But as I say, a person like you will never have to worry because you're talented and people love you, and you're always gonna have work.
Oh,
Thank you. So, I'm so sorry, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
we have to gauge the distance, right? It's so nice.
Yeah, thank you.
When are you due, by the way?
I have a few more weeks. So, we'll
how
see.
exciting.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
So I'm here at the Writers Guild Awards, and who do I run into but Angela Phillips. Look at her. She's unbelievable.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I saw you and I'm like, I definitely have to say hello. There's no question about it. And she has 3 L's in her name.
Yes, 3 L's. I have 3 L's.
Which is tremendous power. And so tell me, you're here to support a friend at the Writers Guild?
Yes, Alonzo Anderson is a screenwriter that has me in one of his upcoming films, so I'm just here supporting with him. In a film called Stepsisters, which will be coming out next September, and it's based on myself and another girl who grew up best friends. She's African American, and we decided to go to a historically black college. Well, once we get there, things take a change for the worse, and they're not too happy that she's my friend, and we become enemies quickly.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that sounds like a really interesting story. Now, I have to try to find a way to interest you in doing comedy.
I would love to do comedy. Out of all the genres, comedy is the one that I most want to do. I mean, I played college basketball. You know, athletes don't take themselves too serious, and I didn't even expect to end up here anyway, so why not have some comedic relief?
How did you break into modeling? How did that happen? Because you said it was by accident, right?
It's funny. I was waiting on my friend to get a tattoo done, and I was stuffing my face with pizza, and the owner of an agency came up to me and said, "Do you model?" And I said, "No, I play basketball." So she said, "Well, I want you to model," and so that's where it all started.
And this was in Atlanta. That's where you're from, right?
It was actually in Indianapolis where this happened, and then I moved to Atlanta once I got the role for the film that I'm working on.
Why are you in such strange places, Indianapolis?
Well, I played 2 years at the University of Kentucky. I played basketball there. Well, then I transferred to Indiana State University and finished my last 2 years and got my degree.
Now, how do you keep your nails good when you're playing basketball? How does that work?
Well, I get my nails done about once a week, so that's how.
Oh, really? They don't break? You don't have to worry about them breaking?
They break, but I always just go right back and get them fixed.
See, I like girls like that don't worry about stuff like that. That's so fun.
I'm a fisherman, I'm a deer hunter, I'm riding four-wheelers, you know. I'm not too worried about being pretty.
Well, you don't have to worry. It just happens naturally. That's cool. That's totally cool.
I'm so glad I met you. You're just awesome.
You too.
I think you're the most interesting person here.
Well, that's so sweet. Can I get a hug?
Yes.
That's amazing. Yeah, you and I are going to do some fun things together.
I can't wait. Hopefully we'll be able to make a lot of people laugh.
Yeah, we're going to put that on camera. We're going to do some amazing stuff.
You've heard it here. We're going to make a lot of people laugh together.
Exactly. And it's going to be incredible. Oh, thank you so much. I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. Great to meet you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for joining me. Give me one of these.
I got it.
One of these. Okay, good.